Hi, everyone, and welcome to the podcast for the She Shift. My name is Melissa Clark, and I'm owner of the She Shift. And I'm very excited today to be hosting my podcast. As many of you know, I usually am interviewing inspiring women, but I also think it's important to highlight men as well who are doing amazing things and also supporting and working with women on various projects. So today I'm very excited to have Mian Mohsin Zia. Welcome, Mia.
First of all, thank you so much, Melissa, for having me on your show. It's an honor for me to be on your show today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Mia is just an amazing person who has so many accomplishments. He's an international award-winning author, marketing and publishing specialist, and spokesmodel. And some of his accomplishments include being endorsed by Hollywood actors, endorsed by actors from the British film industry. His merchandise is well received by American superstars as big as Forbes Riley. He's won international awards from the US. He's been featured on national TV and on international shows. He's also been featured as a model on Getty Images and iStock Photos. He's received international recommendations. He's been labeled by Americans as King of Marketing. He's been a guest and lectured students at prestigious universities. He's set new trends worldwide in marketing and writing. One of his books has been recommended to be a Hollywood movie, and one of his books has been translated into the Russian language. And I also have one of his books with me today. It's called Wrinkles. So I'd really like to start off by talking a little bit about your background and where you started, how you got to where you are today, and talk about your projects as well.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for such a kind introduction. It really adds to my humility and makes me feel so humble and so small. I started, as far as my background is concerned, I was studying at university. I was doing my master's specialization in marketing, and that was that was when I started writing and working on my very first book, The Strange Loyalist, inspired by true events. The book was actually based upon real people, places, and events, and that's how I started writing. It's a story about a teacher and student relationship. We learn that we should respect our teachers. Our teachers are inspirational to us, and we should value them just like our parents. So the concept of the book was based upon that particular thing, but it was like you may say there was a murder added to the book to spice it up, to like add for readers. So what they would like to read, but it was actually based upon a real life, it was inspired by true events. And let me show it to you also, so you can also see. I also have it over here. This was The Strange Loyalist. This one was my first book. After The Strange Loyalist, I went on to write my next book. It was Once Ask Me Anything, Not Love. Once Ask Me Anything, Not Love is a love story, but I always believe that I write fiction, but meaningful fiction, a book that entertains but also enlightens. So it has a message inside it for readers. Once was also translated into Russian language, and this is the book that is actually recommended to be a Hollywood movie as well. And once also was the finalist in Reader's Favorite International Book Award contest held in United States of America in 2013. This was my second book. After Once, I wrote Victim of Shame, Why Me, God? Victim of Shame was my third book, and it's a kind of a thriller, you can say so. It's a thriller, drama thriller, that sort of a book it is. So that's what Victim of Shame is. At times in life, you always question, why me, God, if something happens to us? This was a very relatable factor. What readers actually found, that be it from any part of the world, when something happens that is against us, we always question that, why me, God? So the tagline of the book actually helps you to find answer to this question: a victim of shame, why me, God? And as you just showed up, my most recent release, Wrinkles, you have a copy of it over there. I have it over here. This is Wrinkles, a true love story. Wrinkles is a slice of life, true love story, uh, featuring custom poems reflective of the character's feelings. It also talks about value of a mother and significance of her role within the family. It also talks about one of a kind true friendship, and it talks about true love. The book actually, as I said, that I just don't write fiction, I write meaningful fiction, a book that entertains but also enlightens. It also brings into discussion certain other things from society, from a real life that you can relate to, and that's what really helped me to further get to the next level where I was before writing Wrinkles. Wrinkles won Reader's Favorite International Book Award contest held in United States of America in 2016. Alhamdulillah. And let me tell you, this is the same award that Hollywood superstar Jim Carrey won for his book in 2015. And let me show you that this would be something interesting for your viewers, that this was the award medal that I won for Wrinkles, Reader's Favorite Book Award contest that was that held in United States of America. These are the certifications or medals that I actually won for my books. This is also for the Wrinkles. And as I mentioned about being award finalist for Once, this was the certificate for Once that I won from Reader's Favorite International Book Award contest held in the United States of America. That's actually that's how I actually got into writing, and this is all. This is how it is.
Great, and congratulations on all of your awards. I mean, that's a really amazing, and as an author myself, you know, it's really inspiring to hear you talk about your books, the subject matter, and that, you know, you said that you love to write fiction, but I love, and it stands out to me that you said that you want to enlighten people as well, that you want it to be entertaining, but you want it to be enlightening. And I think that's so important, and such a great such great characteristics for a book to have. So I know that you are, your next book coming out is called Missing. So I really would love for you to tell the audience about that. And then also any dialogue that's included in the book that would be important to mention as well.
Well, Missing is actually an out and out suspense thriller. It's an edge of a seat thriller that will, and the suspense of the book actually gets revealed on the very last page. It is, again, I would say that my books always have a real life effect, and that helps me to stand out in the crowd, because people nowadays are not inclined to read fantasies. They are more attracted towards books or subject matters that are related to their real life problems. So Missing also is based upon a real life relationship, and it is about an extraordinary relationship. It's about an ordinary relationship. It's about two ordinary people sharing an extraordinary relationship. So it is about Zia, also known as Z, the male protagonist of the book, and Lena Volikova. And it is set into 4 different countries. As I said, it's a suspense thriller. So I would just like to let readers know that it also talks about bullying. Now, let me tell you that, as I just said before, that my books always highlight social problems, and brings into discussion many more things, not just focused on what the story is or about entertainment, but it also has a message in it. So Missing also highlights about bullying. It really focuses on this issue, which is also very much into discussion precisely in United States of America as well. Most recently, I was in discussion with a non-profit organization who is anti-bullying, or who works who really supports or encourages anti-bullying. So be it kids, be it women, be it elderly people, at times in their life they do feel bullied. So Missing also focuses on anti-bullying, and it also gives a good message, and gives value, motivates readers who will read this book. They will really love it. It has certain other things to the book that add value to Missing. I would just say that as far as a dialogue is concerned, I would like to just say that we will both do well, burn together in hell. So that is a dialogue that is also featured in the teaser trailer. And at times I have been asked to say this dialogue because people loved it, and I really appreciate uh, and feel really humble to see the kind of response I've received for Missing. Having said that, Missing also has another dialogue that it is a story of. Let me tell you over here that it is a story of a Pakistani born U.S. national. So it has that international feel, international flavor, more of an American touch. And over here, as you just asked me about the dialogue, so it is another dialogue from the book that the male protagonist of the book, Zia, also known as Z in the book, says that I don't see it as a collection of blue states and red states. I just see it as the United States of America. United we stand, and that is why it is called the land of opportunities. So this is also a dialogue from Missing. And as I said about bullying, so I just want to let you know that as you mentioned about women, this book and all my books always have a very strong-headed female protagonist. I have always supported women, and one of my friends, she's a Hollywood actress. She also runs an organization, a non-profit organization. So I also appreciate her work as well as far as women are concerned. So Missing also has a strong-headed female protagonist, like my other books. And when it comes to bullying and the message the book has, it's not just about the bullying, it's about several other things. It's an entertaining package, but it has several other things. So it highlights about, it also specifically highlights about the fact that how important words are in daily life when we talk, the value of words we choose. There's a famous saying that sticks and stones can break our bones, but words cannot hurt me. Wrong. Sticks and stones can break our bones, but words cannot hurt me. Wrong. The thing is that words can cut deeper and fester longer than any sword known to man. The importance of words, we need to be mindful of the words we use in our daily life with our friends, relatives, strangers, because words have that kind of value and importance. And that is what it has such a negative impact when we are talking to people in our daily life. We are not mindful of the words we are using. I just like to put up over here one thing that Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of the century, I would like to share over here, just trying to complement what I just mentioned. There is a famous anecdote. Some historians do agree with it, some don't. One day, Thomas Edison actually got a letter, and his teacher asked him to hand it over to his mother, and only she should read it. Thomas Edison went to his mother, handed over the letter. Her mother opened the letter and read it loudly. And what she read, your child is a genius, and we don't have resources to teach him in this school. So we request you not to send him to the school, and you should teach him. After years passed on, his mother passed away, and one day, Thomas Edison found that letter in a drawer somewhere. He opened that letter and he read it. And what was written in the letter was, your child is a mentally retarded person, and we cannot accept him in our school. We cannot teach him. So please don't send him to the school. Now imagine, after reading this letter, what Thomas Edison wrote. He wrote, Thomas Edison was a mentally retarded, mentally challenged child who was transformed into one of the greatest inventors of the century by his mother. Now you see the value of words. What his mother did to him, that actually transformed him to be the greatest inventors of the century, and we still remember him. That's how I wanted to compliment what I actually mentioned in Missing. There are several other things as well that are actually highlighted in Missing as well. So it's an edge of a seat thriller, and it will keep readers associated, and like they will keep reading the book until and the suspense of the book only gets revealed at the very last page. And it is set into 4 countries, so I'm sure that inshallah, as people have read my other books, they have loved it worldwide. I'm really thankful to all of them. They will also love Missing as well.
Well, first, just listening and hearing what you're saying about words and how powerful they are. And, that was a really great story about Thomas Edison, and really makes you think about the words you're using, whether it be in a book or how you communicate with other people. But I also love that your books have these powerful messages through your wording, and you're also addressing social issues that happen everywhere in the world. So I really, think that's important, especially in the times we live in, and what people experience, and really addressing that in the way that you are. And I also want to say thank you supporting women, and highlighting women in a way in your books as well. So I know that talking about women and your projects, and who are some of the people you've partnered with, or I know you've been interviewed by other people, and you mentioned Hollywood actors, and what other projects are you working on with women, if you have any going, or anything in the past, present, or future?
Well, actually, as you mentioned about women, so I would like to let you know that I was also interviewed on Women Broadcast TV Network, WBTVN, by Paula Whale. And she has her own credibility, as she has been inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2015 for her work. She is also a Reiki practitioner, and she has her own credibility. She's a host on WBTV Network. I have been interviewed by Samantha Heer twice on her show, Slate Me, and I have been also interviewed by Burl Barer, Edgar Award-winning and New York Times bestselling author from the United States of America, along with Howard Lepage. He's a motion picture producer from USA. They both together interviewed me on their radio show. It was True Crime. It was True Crime Uncensored on Outlaw Radio. And I was also interviewed by Voice America host Tony D'Urso on his show Revenue Chat. So these are some of the international shows that I have been interviewed on. Apart from that, I have been also interviewed on national TV. Having said that, as far as Hollywood actors are concerned, or actors from British film industry are concerned, I really feel humble. I'm really thankful to them that they have been so kind and so supportive, that they actually liked my work, appreciated it, and officially endorsed me. And that really adds value to me and adds credibility to me. And based upon my information, I am the only Pakistani author endorsed by Hollywood actors, endorsed by actors from British film industry. My merchandise has been well received by American superstar as big as Forbes Riley. I won awards from the United States of America, received international recommendations for my work. One of my books is recommended to be a Hollywood movie. One of my books is translated into Russian language. I have been featured on national TV and international shows, featured as a model on Getty Images. So, and even Americans labeled me as king of marketing. So all these things add value to you, but what you need to do is you need to focus on what next you are going to do. So you don't have to just rest on your laurels. You need to continuously work together. And I have a couple of more projects in the pipeline, but I think at this point of time, it would be more better to just focus on Missing, so people don't get deviated or distracted. So there are a couple more projects in the pipeline, and inshallah, I'm very much confident that once Missing comes out, so people will love it. And after that, there are more projects also in the pipeline that I'm currently working on.
And that's great to know. And that kind of brings me to, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that listen to the podcast, and I feature a lot of women in business. And, I'm a marketing professional myself, but I know that marketing and publishing, you're a specialist in those areas. So I'd love to hear just some brief advice, and I'm sure other people would love to hear from your perspective as a marketing and publishing specialist, as an author, as a successful entrepreneur. what are some of the things that they can do, maybe a few points that that you would suggest insofar as marketing and the trends that are happening, and really where they may be able or may want to focus their attention in their business in highlighting their business and marketing their business?
Well, the first and foremost thing that they need to do is to focus. They need to focus. The thing is, there's a saying, winners do things that losers don't do. Focus. So the first thing they need to do is to focus what they are doing, and they need to learn how to cope up with failure. Remember that it's not a piece of cake that you will start something and you will get success. It's an years and years of hard work, painstaking effort that get you where you really want to. It's about a dream. It's about a vision. With vision, people prosper. Without vision, people perish. The thing is that you need to focus you need to focus, and you need to learn how to cope up with failure. Again, I would say that it's the importance of the words. People might bully you. People might tell you that, oh, you're a failure or you won't be able to do it. But the thing is that how much confidence you have and the vision you have, if you are relentless in your approach, only that will help you to get where you really want to be. And the point over here is that you need to focus on the process, not on the results. If the process is right, results will come automatically. It's a very simple formula. So there's no rocket science. That you need to focus on the process. As long as the process is right, results will come automatically. And over here, I would like to also mention one more thing, that focus on branding, not on sales. You need to focus on branding, not on sales. Sales will come automatically. It is actually backed up by the fact that you need to focus on the process, not on the results. So obviously results do matter. You need to be result oriented, but having said that, you need to make sure that the process is right. Focus on branding, not on sales. With VN, as I said, people prosper. Without VN, people perish. So you need to work importunately, relentlessly, and that is what helps you to really stamp your authority and to really achieve your goals. As far as the trends in the marketing are concerned, the basic trend, as I've said before as well, is video marketing. The point over here is that right now everything is going video. So focus on video marketing. It has several benefits, several benefits. It also helps you in the search engine optimization. It helps you to convey your message in the right manner, and like what you are telling is exactly how people perceive it. Because at times, I just give you a simple example. At times when people text each other, you might have written something, but the other person may take it in another way. But when you're talking to someone face to face, or through a video chat, or through a video call, you actually pacify the person what you are actually trying to communicate with, what you are trying to communicate. So you can see the power of video. And Einstein said that if you haven't explained it well, it means you haven't understood it well. So the thing is that it is something that you need to explain it well. You need to communicate with your audience, with your target market. So video is something very important. And why video? Okay, further I can explain it that 5 years back, you used to see graphic advertisements on Facebook, on social networking sites. But now even you can see that most of the video ads on Facebook, on social networking sites are video. Yes. And even LinkedIn has also started started videos, like they have offered their users to post videos. Yes. Who would have thought, like 5 to 8 years back, when LinkedIn initially penetrated into the world of social media, that they would offer videos, but they have to revamp their strategy. LinkedIn is considered only for professionals. It is not meant for videos or entertainment, but they have done that. So it also further justifies that what is the importance of videos. So video marketing is something, but over here, again, I would say that whatever you do it professionally. And I have always believed in one thing in life, that as long as you are doing something honestly, as long as you're doing something with dedication, it will help you. Somehow, somewhere, success will follow. And one more thing, focus on excellence, not on success. If you focus on excellence, success will follow on its own. So what you need to do, focus. You need to focus on marketing, branding, not on sales, and focus on excellence, not on success. So these are the three things. And whatever you do it honestly. Please do it honestly. Don't cheat. Don't lie, people. Do it honestly. Do it with passion and commitment. If you are honest, if you are dedicated, your work will definitely get noticed.
Yeah,
So
that's
that is the rule of thumb.
fantastic advice. And and just everything you're doing, you can feel your passion and what your mission is really fantastic, and it really shines through. It really comes through. So your accomplishments alone show that what you've been passionate about in your drive, and getting that message across to people obviously is coming through to people. And just on my end, from talking to you, and even when we had our phone call and now through the video call, you can always feel that you are doing everything honestly and striving for excellence. So thank you for that. And I just would like to close out by asking, where can we find out more information about you, your upcoming projects, your upcoming book, Missing? How do we find your information?
Well, you can check out my website. My official website is www.miamohsinzia.com. You can check out you can Amazon me, Daily Motion me. You can find my details on Amazon, on my official Amazon author page, amazon.com/author/Mian Mohsin Zia. My official video channel is dailymotion.com/Mian Mohsin Zia. So you can find me, find all the information and all my upcoming projects and whatever things I'm into. So you can find all my details over there. But the most easiest way is to get to my website, www.miamohsinzia.com. Everything is there. You can just find out about Missing and my upcoming projects. So there you can find everything.
Great. Well, thank you so much again. And I really look forward to getting your new book when it comes out, and seeing what you have in store for the future. So thank you very much for joining me on my podcast.
Thank you so much. And I would just like to thank you once again for having me on your show. It's an honor to be on your show. And thank you so much. I wish you good luck and much success in your endeavors.
Thank you, Mia.